NFC matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. 54. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Throwing again. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that was dangerous.
Wilson's pass.
Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no point. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check 45. 14.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we have the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
To Leonard Fournette.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to keep ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
For Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. The catch made by Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Now a play fake. Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, to give to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Kickoff for Seattle.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A big run by the big man Fournette. Give him 69 yards on the ground. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And no good. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
11 yards there, first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down at 6 now from the 42. This is Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. To Evans on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Tampa Bay.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Brady now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On the Buccaneer pressure, too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch twist.
From the 16, Brady. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, watch 54, Easy. Check safety. Check. Fresh, Ozzy.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Carry. Jamal Adams there on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And now here is another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A pass underneath for Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and 3 from the 9.
The Bucs 9-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Dancing to his left. That's complete right around the 8. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
Brings up.
He may try and run for it, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Seahawks 33, Buccaneers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 75 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly... And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
The ball carrier.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
1st down.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
On the carry. Shaquille Griffin on the tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Buccaneer.
Fournette. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now Fournette. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, here's Jones. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Brings up 4th down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Brady's throw there complete, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Brady to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 52. Check alert. Hey, 66.
Throwing again. Brady. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We got 3.
Wilson wants to throw it. He finds his running back, Hyde. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Intercepted.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Brady going for it all. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2? From the gun, it's Brady. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like,
and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching